Hi there, and welcome to another of my little short videos on how to paint watercolours. This is the first lesson that I usually teach when I'm either teaching one-to-one, face-to-face, or to groups or individuals, or on Skype. And it's basically about appreciating how light affects a scene that you're looking at and trying to paint. You can get full details of this on my website, www.artstevo.com, and obviously you're looking at this on YouTube now, so subscribe or leave comments. There's going to be an ebook out in the spring, and full details are again on my website. Excuse the lighting conditions. I'm trying to describe this little orange that you see in front of you, so I've had to close the blinds just so that you could so I can demonstrate it a bit better. So if you look at the orange now, the way that it stands just where it is under this light conditions, you can see that there's very little shadow, but what there is below here, and there's a little bit of a highlight on the top, and that's because there's two windows in this room, one over this direction and another one here. So there's very little emphasis on light shade. But if we change that now with a torch, you'll see what a difference this makes. So that's the torch on top, and you can see now that a highlight is this light is coming directly from above. So you can see that there's a highlight on the top of the orange and a shadow on the bottom of the orange. And you'll notice that if I change the direction of the torch, the shadow lengthens. So that's here, and the highlight changes where it appears on the orange itself. So you can come forward, you can bring it lower down if you wanted if it was say an early morning sun or a late evening sun that you wanted to depict. You can change the direction from the left and to the right. So that just describes where the highlights are, where the darks are on a scene, and where the shadows are. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to set this up again and show you how to paint that in real life, and the light will improve because I'll open the blinds to do that. So back in a moment. But just before I do that, just before I show you how to paint this, if I could just describe that if you were looking at a scene, there are several ways of simplifying the tonal values of what you're looking at. Let me just put this torch back on here again, and maybe you could try this in the comfort of your own home. First thing that I usually try is, if I'm outside, try and half close your eyes, and that cuts out the detail of a scene, and it simplifies it into just light and dark. Try not to do it in public because people think you've got really bad eyesight or that you're a little strange. So that's the one that I tend to use. There's another couple of tricks that you can use as well. I think it was Claude Monet that used to use what's now being described as a Claude mirror. And if you take a piece of glass and paint it black and look at the reflection in that painted mirror, it simplifies the scene into simple tones, much like half closing your eyes does. Also, if you're working from a photograph, if you tip the monitor of your computer, you'll see that it also simplifies the tones. And you can also use a little trick you can use a little bit of software, say Adobe Photoshop, to look at different effects, and that can simplify it just by altering the brightness and the darkness of the scene. So hopefully that's helped, and I'll show you how to paint a similar orange to this in a couple of minutes. Bye now.